They may kill me any day, but I want to tell my story to the world before I die.
The showdown in Pakistan between government forces and Taliban insurgents entrenched in the rough terrain north of the capital city.
Tens of thousands of refugees today piled in and on top of buses as caravans choke the roads out of the Swat Valley.
It all started May 9, 2009. The Taliban came to Swat for the first time trying to take it under their rule. They would eventually impose many problems on us. But there was one I just could not withstand. The Taliban, an Islamic extremist group not allowing Pakistani women to go to school for an education. They blew our schools up with no shame. They harassed us and tried to place fear within us, but we fought with peace. They shot me in the face and threatened me, but through that I only gained courage to fight harder than ever. The Talibs are scared that through knowledge we will gain power. In the Quran, it states women shouldn't have more power than men, and the Talibs base their rule off of the Quran.
As Malala said, the Taliban bases their rule off the Quran and Sunnah, two texts which guide Muslims on how to live their lives. In the Quran, women are shown to be a step below men, and therefore the Taliban enforces great restrictions on women by undermining their value in society. One of those restrictions is the right to an education. They must work at home and help their husbands. Women have no need for an education in the eyes of the Taliban.
Without education, we cannot be a big role in a society. I want to grow and become the Prime Minister, but without education, I cannot even come close to it. Women who want to become a doctor can't, only men can, because women are not offered an education. This ethical issue of women being restricted to an education by the Taliban is unjust. Many people are affected and cure needs to be found. The Taliban is doing much harm and in some cases winning over the opinion of high-ranked people. I believe the Taliban protest is not good because it is not promoting any positive result for women. But the president of Pakistani Private School Association, Adib Javedani, believes what Taliban is doing is good.
I am in accordance with Malala's views. What the Talibs are doing is conflicting the views of Immanuel Kant. The Taliban's actions are not always good within themselves. They act in a violent way to earn power through a victory. They expect a reward through their actions. Following Kant's ways can help lead to the human goal of happiness, and as of right now, the Taliban is working against it.
Second, the ban on women's education is creating two groups within the community. Education is the only power women possess in Pakistan. We use it to our advantage in the community. I fight for this weapon so I can grow in society. There are those that accept my views, and then there are those that oppose them.
John Stuart Mill states the right thing to do is what produces the most good. From the ban, there is not good being produced, rather hatred is what comes about. Malala believes the right thing to do is to stand up for her rights, while Adib Javedani and the Taliban believe that they should rise up and take power over women. They believe that Malala is trying to influence Pakistan with Western culture. Each group believes what they are doing is what will produce the most good.
The Taliban threatened to kill me even after I survived their first attempt. Their threats seemed to me as a promise. So I made a promise to the women of Pakistan to fight for our rights, to fight for our education.
The Taliban and Malala both make a promise to behave in a certain way. John Rawls' social contract speaks about a person being dependent upon a contract or an agreement which he or she forms with the society in which they reside. The Taliban makes an agreement to keep the power with the male sex by not allowing women to go to school. Malala makes a promise to fight against the Taliban for women's rights. They both make a promise and live by the social contract. Their views are opposites, so no one's goal is becoming successful.
Lastly, I urge the Taliban to not do things for themselves, but for the population of Pakistan. Do not restrict our education for your own desire to earn power. Look at the big picture and act accordingly.
The Taliban oppresses women from gaining an education for male dominance in society. Malala, on the other hand, acts for the whole population in Pakistan. Males are already offering an education, so she wants females to be offering an education as well. She defines a man or woman for others. She speaks up for the greater good. In order to fix this conflict in Pakistan, we need to use John Rawls' methods. Have the Taliban and Yousafzai family meet, introduce to them John Rawls' methods. Next, show them the verse in the Quran where it states all are allowed to an education, male and female. Also, show to them the verse where it speaks of only the wives of the prophets having to stay home. Through that, prove to them they are breaking Allah's commands. Their hearts are as dark as dungeons, and now Allah despises them. Allah will re-accept them into His kingdom if they live in His guidelines and fix this problem they have created.